8 minutes behind schedule, but alhamdulillah, I think it's not too late a time. So, like the name of the class suggests, pre-polygamy prep class. Now, pre-polygamy prep class is simply a class that I take sisters, my own sisters, on how to build and enjoy a peaceful polygamy. Like we all know, so many issues. The bad news is what keeps flying, like Sister Aisha said. Often, all the time, you hear so many horrible news. Now, here is the wonder, if you ask me. I stand here before you today. I may claim to be a good person. I am in polygamy. And every other sister will also claim to be a good person. So where's the problem coming from? That's the question I ask all the time. Because each time you're speaking with someone, I've tried everything, I'm being nice, I'm being good, but they are. It's always about the other sister when we want to talk. Are we sincerely and honestly being fair to ourselves? So that's what we are here to see, how we can marry, how we can harness, how we can make this seamless, how we can make this work. So the first topic I'll usually discuss in each of my classes, whether it's premarital or pre-polygamy, is intention. Like we all know as Muslims, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala judges us according to our intention. Hadith number 1 of An-Nawawi collection. Actions are judged according to intention. That is what makes you a Muslim. You can't just wake up and decide to do anything you like the way that you like it without a good intention and think that Allah will accept it from you. No. Allah will judge you based on what is in your heart. I don't see your heart and you don't see mine. You don't see the heart of your co-wife, nor do you see the heart of your husband. So the only thing that you know is you. The only thing I can certify now is what I know is in my heart, fi sabilillah. So I cannot begin to think evil of my co-wife, live on it, act on it, and be evil to her simply because I have conceived an idea of what I haven't seen, of what I do not know, right? Because that is what happens most of the time. You just sit on assumption. I am kaza. You can get the laptop here. Let's see how we can do the connection if it's giving you difficulty. You understand what I'm saying? Someone comes and tells you something. Wallahi, if you're marrying her husband, she's this, she's that, she's this. I've known her, even if you have known her for 30 years. And when that is about to happen, you do not know what is inside her heart. You are not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the first thing you need to be conscious about is your intention. Believe and intend. Why do you want to get married to this man? Let it be for the sake of Allah. Don't conceive an idea that I'm going to marry him so I can take her out. I'm going to marry him so she can become a nobody in her husband's house. I'm going to marry him so that I enter Awlak and Tasu. I'm going to marry him because now he's crazy over me, so when I come, I'm going to be the queen. And he's marrying me because his wife has a problem. Men don't get married because their wives have problems. Even if you're the most perfect woman in the world, if Allah has decreed your husband will get married, it has nothing to do with you. That's the woman in the house. It's not your fault. You're not lacking in anything. This is a decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So for you that is going in, purify your heart. And that is where the problem comes from. The first problem. Because he's rich. I think I can go and have some fun. I can enjoy myself. They travel for vacation at the end of every year or twice a year. They live in Abuja. They live in a mansion, see the car that she's driving, see all the luxury her kids are enjoying. It has to be here. You're not going in for Allah. You're going in for some worldly things, and you will never get what you want. The luxury may physically be present, But the peace in the heart, you will never have it. Because from the beginning, your intention was not pure. So the first thing is purify your heart. A man comes to you, look at him. A man comes to you, look at him, do all the findings you need to. Your heart is beating for him. Ask Allah for guidance and go for it. You always do your best and leave the rest for Allah. You cannot get it 100%. But the moment your intention is pure, wallahi, Allah will never leave you by yourself. Allah will work with you all through. Allah will work with you all through. Akwai internet connection a cikin system. Suddenly you forgot to write the last. You said this. Okay. So like I was saying, the intention is the most important thing in the life of a Muslim or Muslimah. As long as you are human and you're breathing. Let's forget about polygamy. Any other thing that you're going to do, you want to do a sadaqah, you want to do a charity, if it's not for the sake of Allah, Allah is not going to accept it from you. Your reward will be with people. Hi, mashallah, Sister Binta is doing this. Everyone is saying, praying, and Allah is saying, but if it's not from my heart, that's my reward from your lips. But with Allah, I don't have any reward. As much as it may look like something good, something nice, something, but if it's not for Him, it's all in vain. So the first thing is purify your intention. Let's imagine that every sister, whether here or not, Sister Aisha, I need that phone online, Basa Benina, but I hope they can hear me. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you purify your heart, Allah will be with you every step of the way. Now, when you purify your heart, you pray, you do your best and leave it to Allah. Even when you go in and something comes up, we'll get to the part where we'll discuss about tests and trials and the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, after you have purified your heart, make findings. Because your kids do not have the chance to choose a father, but you have a chance to choose the father for them. Choose them a good father. Choose them a man who can influence them positively. Choose them a father